Turtle, Afterthought coming off of a sweep from last week against Bull Send. If they can carry that momentum into this matchup, there's no way Upper90 can stop them even remotely.
Exactly. And I talked about average stats, and this is the crazy thing, is that everybody on this player has an average shot or shots per game of 2.85, which means the offense is always the same for them. It's not one guy taking the shots always in rotation and being aggressive. Everybody comes around, everybody cycles through, and they're forward as a team. And that is something that you want to see going into RLCS because you're not on the shoulders of somebody else. Right now, Afterthought have the foundation to make it.
Yeah, and we've seen so many times that one player might lack, but for a team to be successful in the rival series, all three members have to get involved, and this Afterthought team just shows that week in and week out. Their only loss against Charlotte Phoenix, where they just flopped on their face, got swept. But this one, not going to be the same storyline. They're going up against Upper90, one of the worst teams in North America, but we've seen crazier things, and we've seen crazier things today with Linked Up almost taking down I just blanked. Almost taking down Chaos Esports. I mean, it could happen. You never know.
Yeah. And I think one of the great things about this matchup is that Upper90, I compare them to Echo Zulu. Echo Zulu, they beat out AS Monaco, one of the top two teams, one of the top two teams, excuse me, of Europe right now in the rival series. So you never know what's going to happen with these matchups, and I think that's the great part about the rival series. But Afterthought, everything on the line for them. You want to see them get a top 2, and they've already clinched top 4. It just, how complacent are they? Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to be happy with just a top 4 performance. I think they're going to just come out guns blazing, especially Dapper. He is so thirsty. He's licking his chops to get back into the RLCS.
Wow, that's beautiful. That it's a very vivid image that you provide for me with Dapper, and I agree because he's a player. You know, he's taken a break. He has taken breaks in the past. He's been kind of indecisive on what he wants to do, and then he comes back. He has to fight through the rival series, and now he's making the run of his career. And can you imagine the storyline if he makes it back into RLCS, even with Sathu, former RLCS player himself?
That would be incredible, especially you talking about the break. It is so hard to put down the controller, take time away from this game because the landscape changes.
It's always
so
moving.
Often. Yeah,
always.
It'd be like you trying to come back in the game right now.
Oh, I could definitely not do that. It's impossible. It's not happening.
I mean, you've got to grind. It's just like you're learning all over again. It's not like riding a bicycle. You can't just pick up the controller and expect to be right back into the RLCS. But for Dapper, the grind started a long time ago, and it's paid off. He's got top 4. Now sights are set on top 2, but we're just waiting on one player to connect. Got to make sure that all the connections are good on every single player's end because we want a fair playing field.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about the resilience as well to come down, and then after a break, you still want to fight for it. It's really easy for a player to mentally kind of check out. You know, and at what point do you just give up? But Dapper, Sathu, they're players who don't do that in Upper90. This is a moment for them to prove to themselves that this is also an opportunity and a place where they don't give up either because they've been faced against Afterthought right now, and you know, maybe they're eliminated, but they got to go out with a solid performance and show up. And if Upper90 can get a win here, that would be huge and at least give them confidence to trickle into the next season if they can make it.
Yeah, and we've been talking an awful lot about Sathu and Dapper, but we can't forget about Shock. He's actually the goal leader, most goals per game for this team. He's the offensive powerhouse. Even with names like Dapper and Sathu, he's kind of just been silent but deadly, if you will, coming in and just saying, you know what, guys, I don't need the fame, I don't need the glory, but I'm going to put some goals in the back of the net, that's for sure. And for Upper90, Democat is the only one with previous rival series experience last season with Upper90, and he's got to step in at some point and carry this team, put him on his back, because right now he's the one lacking on this squad.
And during this pause, go ahead and take a look at the updated standings. We do have those for you, which I'm actually very excited to look at because you see Charlotte Phoenix up there, Afterthought, RBG, and Chaos. They snuck in. I'm still in shock after the buzzer beater. How did that even happen? They managed to keep their rival series dreams alive, and later on, it's going to come down to that Charlotte Phoenix matchup against FMG. If they can win it, then Chaos will clinch top 4, and right now, Afterthought looking to clinch top 2.
And you said it, Turtle. I would love to hear the comms from Chaos Esports.
It would be beautiful.
But I think we've had enough talk on our end. I'm ready to see some gameplay. we just can't keep talking about these teams. We need to actually see what they're ready to put forth on the field today because talk is cheap and action is where it's all going to be banked at.
Yeah, and they're going to bring their A game because Afterthought, so much here. Top 2, the seeding is there, and Upper 90. I'm still curious to see if they're really going to come out here because we have actually seen a lot of eliminated teams go up here against matchups and against teams. But let's go ahead and get into the action. Finally, Afterthought. How will they perform against Upper 90?
Well, that's the big question coming out. And right out of the gates, the ball's already in the orange half. A mistake there from Infinite, and you see Ghost on your screen. He's actually stepping in for Melodic Misery in this matchup. The super sub combo could be coming out. Nice hard shot there from Dapper, and a little bit of mix-up gonna allow this Upper 90 squad a little bit of time to push that ball towards midfield. Ghost with the touch out, but Dapper reads it well. They've got to do a better job of trying to clear this ball out.
Yeah.
Right now, not hitting the ball with purpose.
And I really am curious now that you said it. I didn't even notice the sub come in at first. We had Melodic Misery. He's out, getting subbed in for Ghost. And really, how is that going to affect their Upper 90 roster? What kind of performance are we going to see? We've seen super subs come in before, and now a team that has nothing to lose. A sub comes in. He hasn't played pretty much all season. Now he has eyes on him. This could be a huge fire starter for Upper 90.
Yeah, just a few games under his belt. And he's definitely made a name for himself. He's been no flop for his team. Let's see if he can do much with Afterthought breathing down his neck. Here comes Demo, pushes this ball forward. Ghost can't read that. Dapper gonna steal this one away, and Sathu given time over one, and Demo with a clutch save for his team. The shots coming out for Afterthought time after time, and Ghost with a diving save, and Dapper not done. Afterthought refusing to be turned away from this orange half.
And that's something that Sathu has pretty much always been known for, is his dribbling mechanics and abilities. He slows the play down so much. Always love to see him catch that ball and you know, perceive the field differently because he has so much time. He takes use of all the space and gets solid flicks every time.
Oh, nice pinch there. Get that ball up, but his teammates were not expecting it. Gonna turn this ball over. Sathu pushes it right into the corner. Demo reads that well, good 50-50 also. Dapper alone in the corner, gets it by one, and that's where he's most dangerous. 1v1 scenarios, you can pretty much kiss yourself goodnight. And a good touch there from Sathu, but Demo gets a demo onto Dapper. Good pass out, but Infinite was already rotating backwards. Both these teams looking evenly matched as we cross the first half of gameplay. Afterthought unable to do anything on offense, not getting too many shots as well. So far, 7 on the board. I'm mistaken. Just didn't look like they have that many opportunities.
Upper 90, I mean, definitely bringing it to Afterthought as well. The rotations are there. The defense is strong. Haven't given up any quick give and goes to Afterthought. So far, it's really a battle of possession.
Oh, this is going to be dangerous. Dapper with a much-needed touch, but Demo with his second demo of the game. And you saw Sathu trying to sneak in, but a touch up onto the back walls, read by Dapper. And Ghost with a touch, but nobody from his team is there. Both members have already rotated backwards. This ball continues to just go back and forth. No dangerous shots put forth just yet, but both teams starting to get warmed up in swing Shock, the most dangerous player for Afterthought. Turned away by Demo. And Demo trying to open things up. You saw Infinite trying to cheat downfield, and a beautiful demo. You called it out there, Turtle, but they're not going to be able to do much with it.
Right now, I'm looking to see how Afterthought, they're going to thread passes together. So far, Upper 90, midfield presence has been better than Afterthought, and the defense is getting tested from Sathu, Dapper, and Shock. Like you said, you don't want to give them any opportunities, and they have done just that.
Demos happening all over the field and gonna lead to the first goal of the game coming out from Ghost.
I mean, if you can't take a quality shot on the net, you might as well just murder everybody on the field to the point where it just has to go in either way.
And the super sub coming out, making a difference. Afterthought has no answer so far in the first 4 minutes.
It's a benefit to their mentality, and that's what I'm excited to see with Upper 90. It could be a huge play for them, and even on purpose to bring in somebody fresh and new.
Here comes Sathu, just in the final minutes of gameplay. Ghost with a good touch as Dapper was barreling down on that ball. And Dapper with a fast break opportunity coming off, needs a tight angle, can't find it. Infinite swings in for the save to hold on to the 1-0 lead.
Afterthought, they're nervous. Dapper, he had a chance there. Here, has 30 seconds left in this first game. Who will start to take the momentum of the series? So far, Upper90 looking confident.
Looking very confident here in game number 1, and Afterthought have about 2 opportunities in the offensive half. They need to do work right now. Good dunk there from Shock. It's off target, and Sathu got to put this into the corner. 10 seconds remaining. Afterthought need to push down right now, and Infinite gonna kill valuable time. Demo up the wall, clears it towards midfield, and
still up.
Shock keeps it alive.
No way.
Carrying this ball over, and Infinite kills it, and game 1 going in favor of Upper90.
All right, well, this is the opposite of what I expected completely. Afterthought, they get shut out. No goals for them. 8 shots on the board compared to Upper90's 3. And you think back to the double demo where everybody on Afterthought pretty much got murdered on the field. And now, really, Upper90, I mean, how are they going to take away the rest of the series? Because Afterthought did not have anything going for them.
Well, right now, Upper90, 6 saves put on the board, just turning away almost every shot that came out from Afterthought. Only 2 went uncontested, and you can almost call those shots just placement shots to see what the defense is doing. Nothing really too dangerous there. It just looked like Afterthought playing a little sluggish there.
Yeah, we want to see them be more aggressive. I mean, this is a team that should be known. You know, you got Dapper, the 1v1 skills. As long as you can open up space for Dapper, Shock, Sathu, either one of them, as long as you can open up a solo opportunity for them, you're set, because they always will hit that flick. They'll always get a solid shot. And even Dapper, I'm also thinking back to that corner play. We had one opportunity, could have got that shot in. It got saved. Not the best looking shot, but at least some kind of momentum was built for them. But Afterthought, that was definitely a feeler game.
Yeah, and right now, Sathu, obviously no members with anything on the board, but last week we saw Sathu, just a beast awoken inside of him and just came to play. So you got to wonder, should we call him out again? Is that what he needs?
To get another one of those double touches.
Just to get
it's possible.
Something.
Yeah. I mean, he can do it. A player with previous experience in RLCS, he knows what it's like to be in these situations. And Afterthought, I mean, are they just complacent? Are they okay with top 4? Let's find out here in game 2.
And the players are underway. Kickoff going in favor of Afterthought. Shock pushes it right into the orange. Half a misplay off the back wall, but Infinite is there to clean things up. And Afterthought aggressive here in game number 2, but Demo by 1 cannot get by Sathu, but Ghost gonna keep the pressure and use a lot of boost as well. Maybe not the smartest decision there. It puts him so far out of the play. And Demo, good pass into the corner. Infinite on target, and Shock puts this one to the sides. Puts another save on the board as well.
And it feels like Afterthought are just slow to get out of their own net. So many shots going unchallenged. And right here we see a double commit because nobody was there in midfield. The challenge now an open net. I don't even know how that gets turned around like that off of a double commit. That really should not have happened. But it seems like Upper90 let him slip away with it.
Well, you saw the last player there committing in the final second there, just diving at that ball, and you got to scratch your head a little bit because you are up in the series. You could take this Afterthought team down, but their mentality right now is just, we're sending the house. We're going to try and get a win no matter what.
And this is where things get scary because now you've opened up the momentum for Afterthought. The first goal of the series for them has been scored now. Will they carry any of that energy forward and be more confident with how they play?
It's always dangerous when you see a player get a goal, especially when that player is Dapper, not the guy you want to get hot. And Shock saves that ball into the corner, but Infinite's going to turn on it. Passes it off to Ghost. A little miscommunication there, going to turn this ball over. Ball touched up towards the ceiling. Sathu just gets underneath it and pops it up. Here comes Shock off the backboard, and nobody there for the follow-up, but Infinite gets challenged by Dapper, and a nice pass from Shock. Sathu sends it up, it's rolling down, a misplay, and Dapper capitalizes.
And look at this dunk from Sathu that started it all off the Demo touch. He just destroyed everything Demo had involved in going for that play, and Dapper's there for the easy follow-up. A harder read from the defensive end if you're looking at that dunk. And Sath, you're doing a great job of getting a security goal here in game 2.
Well, and Dapper also positioned himself perfectly where if the defender even does touch that ball, he's hitting it up right into the bottom of Dapper's car, and it's going to pinch in. Smart gameplay coming out from a veteran player, and that shot is on target. They caught Upper90 sleeping.
And now we're starting to see Afterthought really push forward and exploit a lot of these openings that, in my opinion, these weren't even here really for the Upper90 defense in game 1. Maybe a little bit of overconfidence. And when I say maybe, I mean definitely, because they have been over-aggressing for almost all 3 of these goals.
Yeah, maybe got a little too confident in their abilities, not respecting the gameplay of Afterthought. Gonna be chasing 3 goals, but 3 minutes to work with. A goal a minute, definitely an easy task, but Afterthought gonna do anything they can, and you saw the double commit come out. Shock.
Look at how patient he was. He didn't even hesitate at all. He was the last man back and still didn't even get scared off the shot coming in.
Good resilience coming out from him, and a nice touch from Dapper into the corner. Sends that one up, and Infinite misses, but nobody home from Afterthought. Both members already rotating back to defense. Here comes Sathu. That one got away from him, but Shock's there for the catch and carry. Puts a flick on and can't get it under the crossbar.
Oh, he follows it up. Shock, and there it is. He gets it in. I don't know how he followed it up. He saw the bounce come in. He stayed aggressive and just flipped his car upside down with a backwards flip. That was, I thought it actually reversed it. That was crazy. Shock, what a shot.
Well, that's just a testament to why you just keep pressure on your opponents if you're in the offensive zone. Sometimes you don't need to rotate out, especially if you see that ball right above your head. And a Dapper with a good save there. Demo puts a soft shot on target, up off the crossbar. Here comes Ghost. Up high over a lot of defenders, but Dapper didn't bite whatsoever. The net's open, nobody home from Upper90. That's where you gotta wonder about those comms coming out. They had a good opportunity to at least get one back against this 4-0 deficit.
Upper90, I mean, just start something like you said, Sugi. Get any form of momentum going, confidence, bring it into the next game if you want to have a shot. But other than that, Afterthought, they have been calm and collected. Maybe that really was game 1. They're just feeling out their opponents, trying not to get too over-aggressive, because that is probably the #1 way to lose in a game you should definitely win on paper, is be too aggressive and too confident.
Oh, and Shock pushing the ball in by himself. Had no one to pass to, but he needed no one but himself.
And he wrapped around to the side of the ball. How did he have the idea to even do that? Because normally you'd think he would just go for the challenge, but he saw the patience, saw the space, and decided to go all the way on the other side, forcing the ball in.
I was about to comment as well on what a smart demo that was, but in the end, it didn't matter. As Shock
he just did it himself.
Tons of power put on that ball, and that ball was going nowhere other than the back of the net. At this point, Upper90 can really do nothing other than get a goal to carry some momentum into game number 3, because game number 2 has been all Afterthought.
And what a job they've done to recover from that first game, where they couldn't find one single goal, and now here they come out with 5. Complete turnaround for Afterthought, what we expect from them. And you really got to hand it off to Shock. I mean, he's had a hat trick for all of game 2. Let's see if we can get another one here as he air dribbles this in, looking for a 50, but no, they just keep possession, and they're just passing around, really staying calm here in game 2.
Oh, and Dapper with a nice catch, nice turn, but a better save from Ghost. Somehow keeps it out of the net, and Infinite can't get that ball in as Shock comes back in the last second. And in the final moments of game number 2, Afterthought, they didn't like being shut out in game 1, so they do the exact same thing in game number 2. But this time, they put 5 on the board.
And I think that's a really huge statement for Afterthought, because Upper90, I mean, after winning game 1, they are starting to build confidence, saying, you know, maybe we can do this. We can take down Afterthought, a team who is at the opposite side of the league in rankings right now. And coming into game 2, they had that confidence, but get completely destroyed by Afterthought, 5-0. And now looking into game 3, it's still 1-1.
And 10 saves put on the board from Afterthought. That's incredible. If you would have told me that, I wouldn't believe you. It didn't seem like Upper 90 had too many dangerous shots whatsoever.
Yeah, and I think the difference was they were challenging those shots and pushing forward. And in the first game, it felt like they were really stagnant and on top of each other on the defensive end. Me and Stacks talk about and call it the assembly line, where you just kind of rotate in, stay behind somebody, and that way you have two goalkeepers in net instead of somebody actually pushing forward and challenging. So they did a great job of pushing forward, getting into the space, and then being there and blocking out the opportunity to hit something on net.
Yeah, I agree. It just seemed like in game number 1, they were almost leaning back on their heels. And game number 2, it's where the momentum carried them forward, and now they're starting to run. And it's not looking like a marathon right now.
But it's still 1-1. If you're Upper 90, you just got to keep telling yourself this. It's technically 0-0 if you really want to look at it like that. It's a common phrase that most people use just because if you can just forget about this game, understand that this didn't happen, and then push forward, that's all you want to do if you're Upper 90.
Yeah, if mind erasing is your thing, it's going to be easier for Afterthought. They only got shut out by 1 goal, but Upper 90, this one's fresh in their mouth. 5-goal deficit.
Yeah, that's huge.
They've got a lot of work to do. Game number 3 is
and they couldn't even get one as well. It would have been nice to see them start with something in the previous game, but a shutout from Afterthought. Now let's get here into game 3. Who will take the lead in this series?
Upper 90 need to come out quick and get an early goal just to carry some momentum into this game number 3. And a good touch there off the back wall. Infinite gets the read, but Dapper gets the save. And Sathu with a good dunk to push that ball towards mid.
And a great save from Dapper. I mean, the rotation in, he had to get the touch. Otherwise, he would have given up a goal right away to Upper 90. They keep it 0-0 here, 30 seconds in.
Saw Dapper there, 0 boost, but finally gathered some up from that corner. He's going to go up to challenge this ball, but Infinite wins that 50-50. Good touch there from Demo to keep this ball in the blue half. Sathu, a lot of time to work with, but not a lot of boost. And somehow, by 2 defenders, here comes Dapper off the back wall. Nobody there for the cleanup shot.
And I'm surprised at the hit from Dapper. You know he can hit those double touches. Definitely looking for the solo setup to have some kind of follow. But it just goes a little bit too low for him to get any speed and find a double touch.
And right idea coming out from Infinite, but that pass has got to be a little harder to push that ball forward. And Dapper steals that one away. Nice pinch downfield, emulating Cook's
touch.
And Demo sneaks that one by the defender, pushes it back into the orange half. Dapper coming off the side wall, couldn't get the read, but Sathu's up on that back wall. And right now, Upper 90 peppering the back wall of Afterthought, and a good save from Shock on the goal line, but right now the defense too strong. Double commit from Afterthought, and Sathu for a last-ditch effort.
And what a save from Sathu. That hit was really the difference in the only defense, but what a flick as well from Dapper. It's these solo plays that come out from Afterthought that, I mean, I always expect to get a solid flick, and I'm never disappointed whenever any of these players have a solo attempt. And there it is, a pass out. Shock's gonna put it in off of Sathu.
Sathu with his 15th assist on the season, and he just feeds Shock in game number 3. Good shot placement as well.
That pass was fantastic. Sathu in the corner. It's so easy to get the ball glued to that wall and just have it wrap around, which is probably the worst option of the two. But he hits it out, and that's exactly the kind of pass you're looking for if you're a striker.
Dapper keeping this ball in the orange half. Sathu coming in, looking for a boost steal. Didn't quite get it, but he did get midfield. Gonna have to go up and challenge. And he keeps the ball in the orange half. Dapper with a good demo there on Infinite. And this ball's wrapped around in once again. It's turned away, but right idea. Sathu and Shock starting to look scary.
They had the setup there. Shock just couldn't find the angle. Definitely gonna be a bit frustrated after that one, but just gonna respond. Don't let it tilt you and keep pushing forward. What a shot from Ghost. What? Out of the corner. He nails it in.
Oh my goodness. Here comes Ghost off the wall, and there goes the ball into the net. Dapper couldn't get the save, and Upper 90 making a goal look easy.
And did you see the timing on his flip? That is how he got so much power. He timed it perfectly. And now this one's gonna roll in. Where is the defense off the kickoff? Now Upper 90 take the lead in game 3.
Demo just wins that. Shock misreads it, and those are going to happen from time to time. But Demo finally gets a goal. Prior to that, Ghost was the only one from Upper 90 with one on the board.
And now, I mean, look at how fast things have changed off of one little mistake and a great shot.
And that's what separates the good rival series teams from the great rival series teams, is the ability to capitalize on mistakes. And the Demo comes out to open things up. Dapper puts it through the smoke screen to tie game 3.
Speaking of capitalizing off mistakes, off the Demo, not necessarily a mistake, but definitely a great play from Afterthought. Just chasing the man in the air, opening up space, and now the shot comes through. They're tying up the game, 2 minutes to go.
Dapper not going to miss that one, not going to allow another easy goal for Upper 90. But here comes Infinite. Wins that 50-50. Demo was already up. This is, no, not going to touch the ceiling, and that benefits Shock. And Afterthought pushing down the field. Working it left to right is Demo, but Sathu is there for the challenge. Infinite wins that 50-50, but can't get it by Dapper, and Upper 90 struggling to find boost and struggling to get out of their own half.
And this is game 3, a huge moment in this series. Who will take the lead right now? As what? Dapper the catch on the top of his hood. He puts it in. How did he catch this?
Well, Dapper,
look at this.
We're gonna check you for some Velcro on the hood after the game, because that ball just stuck to him, and he put it right in the crossbar.
Got some like adhesive glue, put it on top of his car, and he just caught the ball.
And Afterthought with the go-ahead goal in game number 3. Good drop-down pass from Shock. Sathu with the shot placement, and they go up by 2.
I thought the Chaos Series was going to be a roller coaster of emotions, but now we've got Afterthought and Upper 90 battling it out as to who's really going to take lead. Upper 90 at first doing a great job, but Afterthought here, they come through with 2 quick back-to-back goals.
And Shock said, you know, I got a hat trick in game number 2. I feel like a playmaker in game number 3. Just doing all that he can for his team. He must have heard our pregame talk, got a little mad we weren't giving him enough credit there, Turtle.
Definitely. And we were talking about Dapper and Sathu. He's like, hey, I'm still here. Where is my love? And Shock, the rookie with not nearly as much experience as Dapper and Sathu, comes in and has a better performance right now than anybody on the field.
And Upper 90 down by 2, 30 seconds to go. They need to get to work quickly. Afterthought just keeping the pressure on. Infinite with a good pass down, Ghost with a shot on. It's worked for him once, but not that time. 20 seconds remaining, and Afterthought just killing time. Great ball there in midfield, keeping it high, forcing
good turn.
Upper 90 to use a lot of boost, and Sathu with the flick, and Sathu with the goal.
And he's one of the best players at doing this, reading the field and knowing when he can dribble. Sathu so clean to turn right there with the decision making and then get the flick on. What a play from him, and now they're up by 3 goals here in game 3. They're gonna take it.
This one was looking close early on, but once Afterthought got a little momentum, it was a snowball rolling downhill. And will they add another? I'm gonna say no, as they let this ball hit the ground as it continues to roll in the corner. Upper 90 maybe just want a feel-good one, but no, ball hits the ground, and Afterthought with match point with a decisive win in game 3.
And this is a huge series for Afterthought. Upper 90, they're already eliminated from the rival series right now. Afterthought are looking to clinch top 2. With a win here, they will secure it. They've already gotten top 4, but you need to get that top 2 if you want to have the best shot here at going into the RLCS.
And I think the one thing that we saw from Upper 90 that was working was the demos. That's what was opening things up. And in games 2 and 3, they've gone away from that. And you're allowing Shock, Sathu, and Dapper to all be on the field at the same time.
And get those 1v1 plays.
Well, and it's a deadly combo. I mean, we saw the passing plays. We saw the 1v1s. You got to take someone out of the field if you want a shot at winning if you're Upper 90.
Exactly. And Sathu alone, I think, I've always talked about it. He does such a good job of reading the field. Dapper did that as well. And then Shock, he comes through with some great plays. I think that Afterthought, I mean, it's a high-scoring games here. These are nothing like low. Like game 1 was complete opposite of everything we've seen so far. And like you said, the double demos. You want to throw Afterthought off of their game. But can we talk about, I believe, was it Ghost in the corner who got the shot? Who got that crazy corner angle? They need more of that.
It's a hard ask when you want your sub to step up. I mean, I feel like as a starter, you've got to say, all right, sub, come along with us. But
yeah.
You might be right. They might
hey,
need to
the
just
super sub. He has it on the line for him, okay? Just look at the history, all right? Season 1, they can do it. The super subs have always been there. Look at Turbo. It's possible, man. Upper 90, they still got some stuff to fight for. Looking for any kind of recognition. A win here against Afterthought would be huge. But how are you going to do it when they're facing top 2?
Right now, it just feels like Afterthought can do no wrong. Game number 4, all they need is a victory.
Yeah.
And they will clinch top 2. Shock challenging that ball to the side. Good pinch there from Ghost, but that one's going to be turned over to Afterthought. Infinite going to bomb that one up towards the ceiling. Sathu going up, and Demo gets sent to the sky, and Dapper going to... Demo gets a touch on that one. Great challenge. Not expecting that at all. And so far, Afterthought unable to get any offense started, but they have had ball control in midfield.
I think one of my favorite things about watching Afterthought play as well is the unique variety that they bring to the way they approach the ball. I feel like they're either always on the ground and dribbling, and then all of a sudden they'll randomly get a bunch of pop-up passes, keep it in the air. They can mix it up, keep it all over the place, and stay unique with their play style.
Oh, that is gotta hurt as Dapper reads that pass perfectly and go up by 1.
And a poor touch from Infinite. Didn't manage to get any power on that clear. And then here comes Shog with a great pass out to Dapper off the post, I believe it was. He's there to finish it.
And at this rate, Shock trying to catch Dapper for the assists on the season, but man, Dapper already with 28 this year. It's going to be hard to catch him. But I love the team plays that we're seeing. Just so effortless going up and down the field. And that touch over by Demo is going to be sniffed out by Sathu. Open net, but Infinite is there to carry it to the side. And a good touch there. Nobody home for Afterthought, and Dapper somehow pre-reads that.
A nice pre-jump. Put his body in the way of the net, covering as much of the angle as possible. Barely got a hit. Now here's Sathu, another dribble opportunity. Goes for the bump. Doesn't land it, but Dapper, they keep the pressure in, and they keep feeding into this upper 90 corner.
Oh, that was a good scoop there from Infinite. Demo's going to get a shot at net, but Shock puts that one to the corner, and Sathu is there to push it towards midfield. Afterthought send 2, and it ends up working. They push this ball towards mid. Shock gets read out by Ghost, and Infinite going to try and do something with this, but Demo starting to lurk behind him, pushed up a little too far, and Dapper going to try and punish him for it. Poor touch from Sathu, but Dapper puts it towards mid. Dangerous passing play. They're not going to be punished, though.
A great read from Shock. I mean, the pass was red, but now here's an open opportunity for Sathu. Can he foot it away? What? Off the post. And he doesn't find it.
Oh, and Upper 90 get away with one here in game number 4. And they're going to be thanking their lucky stripes and stars, but Shock gonna put that one in, and Sathu gets the assist.
And this is really just more or less an onslaught. It's very passive-aggressive play from Afterthought. 1 second, they're all on defense, putting the pressure on, and the next, they got to get a goal line save. But so far, it's only Afterthought punishing on mistakes like that where it's just over-aggression from Upper 90.
Infinite gonna send this one down, but not too dangerous. Afterthought doesn't panic whatsoever. That's a dangerous pass. Ghost over 1, Ghost over 2.
And nobody's following.
And no follow-up. When you're down 2 with 2 minutes to go and nothing left to fight for your season, you gotta send the house on that. Oh, and Dapper just misses, but Shock there for the cleanup. Gets his second in game number 4.
And you can't blame Upper 90 here for panicking a little bit. I mean, you see Dapper go up for that. He would have actually had the shot, maybe if both players didn't double commit. It's almost like they helped each other save it, and an easy follow-up but you got to give credit to Dapper with the great mechanical display.
And 3-0 in favor of Afterthought. Upper 90 need to score within the next 50 seconds, because what we're used to seeing is that 3-0 scoreline being the unattainable deficit. Shock carrying that ball down. Infinite just gonna push this into his own corner. Demo read by Sathu. And Dapper gonna push this one up, forcing Infinite to go up. Nobody in net for Upper 90. Shock can't get a shot on target. And Sathu's gonna send this one into the defender and still hold on to offensive possession. Right now, just looks like Afterthought's trying to kill time. They know that if they carry this on through, they're gonna be top 2.
Yeah, just keep possession, don't over-aggress and get too desperate for goals. And that's exactly what they're doing here. They're looking for back passes, looking for slight little touches, like right here we see to Sathu from Shock. Anywhere where you can keep a teammate somewhere close to challenging the ball. And that's how you want to do it. You just set up your team.
That was a great back pass coming out from Sathu. And how about Shock to Sathu? It's been a storyline of the series.
Fighting for top 2, the 4th goal here. And game number 4, Sathu's gonna put it away off of something we've seen so often. It's a pattern for Afterthought to open up opportunities off of a poor positioned Upper 90 defense. And now the lead seems too big to handle for Upper 90.
Yeah, Upper 90. I mean, Afterthought would have to shoot themselves in the foot to lose this game. I don't see it happening. Dapper pushes that one down, and they're just going left to right, high and low, just trying to make Upper 90 scramble, because the more time off the clock, the closer and closer they are to top 2. And a nice shot there from Infinite, but too slow is the follow-up. It's been the story of the entire game.
Just hesitation for Upper 90, but you got to give it to them. They have fought well and hard throughout this entire series. Even with a sub played in, they gave it their all. Afterthought, it wasn't an easy game for them, but definitely a clean one. And they're able to win the series. They make top 2.